Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Randall. Today, we're going to do a video, and I've done some in the past. This one is more of a review, bitch, and fix video. So, as everybody, I've not made any bones about it. I'm pretty cheap. Some people would say frugal. I call it cheap. Now, I don't buy necessarily really cheap stuff, but I like to spend a little money, but I kind of expect it to work to some point. And I have a product here with me today that's been a really great product, and I'm going to turn you around and let you see it. So this is the Magellan 20 quart cooler. It's a hard side cooler. We have had this cooler, I would say, for about 3 years, and it's awesome. It is really, really awesome. Now, there's been a lot of complaints about this cooler. So I'm going to I think we're going to set the camera up here, and I will show you a little bit. There we go, that's better. So this cooler is really neat. So it's got these quick latches. Alright, and the neat thing about it is, it's got them on both sides. The whole lid will just come off. One complaint a lot of people are having, and I have run into this, is when you go to close this side, the latches won't close. And I've come across that, and people put too much force and they'll wind up breaking the latches on the other side. So that's a complaint. But I just got done taking this little cooler on a 3-day trip to Sam Rayburn, and with minimal ice used, I kept all my food cold in this cooler in 95-degree weather. But I have a fatal flaw that I found with the cooler during that trip. So what I have here is the drain plug. So you unscrew the drain plug a little bit, the water comes out of the hole to drain the cooler. It doesn't screw, it can screw completely out. But the problem I had with this drain plug is George don't work no more. Look how thin that wall is on that drain plug. That is really substandard. And the reviews I'm looking at is like, oh my God, I'm having to throw my cooler away that I just spent $100 on because Magellan doesn't bother to offer any parts. And they don't. It's sad. But going back, junk. I am cheap, and I don't like throwing things away. I really, like I said, this cooler's awesome, but I don't want to throw it away. So doing what I normally do is I like to drink beer. And when I drink beer, I think of things. So here's the drain plug port. And this part was still in it. And it was almost all the way in it. And I finally got it out, unscrewed it out of there. But I had an epiphany. And I just got these in, and this is my epiphany. These, if I can get them open. This is a brass boat plug. So is what I thought. So I can take the gasket off the other plug, put it on here. So I got my gasket on the boat plug. I will make sure it's loose. Put it in the cooler and commence to tightening. Wow. Much harder to do with a camera in your face than I expected. Oh, there she goes. She's starting to tighten. That's pretty tight. That's not falling out. I can literally drag the cooler with the plug. Now the test is I'm going to go fill this cooler up. Now the test is I'm going to go fill this cooler up with some water, and we're going to see if this leaks. I could do another turn. Yeah, there it goes. Now I'm putting this gasket back on here because this thing's threaded. Well, also it's threaded on the inside, and that water's going to travel up these threads. Even though that's a boat plug, it's going to seal against the inside of those threads. But water can still travel up the threads. Hence, I'm using the rubber gasket that came with it, and we're going to see if that seals it. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some water in this thing. Okay, as you can see, we've got some water inside the cooler. Here's our drain plug. Get the camera steady here. Let's zoom in on this. I brought me a paper towel. To see if we have any drips. And there's one little tiny drop. I don't know if that's just from... I don't think it's dripping at all. No, that's dry. So that has now turned this cooler into a $100 junk, trash it, and go get another cooler, into really a bulletproof, great cooler that should last for years to come. You know what the great part is? If the plug goes bad, you can buy another one for $2 at any sporting goods store, Amazon, wherever. Grab the other one. This is just a 1-inch wee boat plug. And there's several different varieties. I chose this one because it has a small handle and I don't want it sticking out. Just a 1-inch brass boat plug for like a John boat. So there we are. The main issue is, so I did some shopping today. Magellan doesn't sell, not that I could find, this particular cooler anymore. So you dodge that bullet, even though it is a great cooler. The problem is, this piece of crap is in all their other coolers that are the smaller coolers that you can tote around with these. It is in many of them. I saw at least 4 different coolers that are for sale. This is junk. Absolute junk. But now that you know it's junk, and you know what the fix is, you can mitigate it. So I hope that helps. I really do. I don't want to dissuade. I really like Magellan stuff. I mean, I got Magellan clothes on. I got Magellan coolers. I really like Magellan stuff. But sometimes a little bit less expensive product will come back to bite you. Anyway, that's all I had for today. So don't throw your crap away if it was working and one little thing goes wrong. The moral of the story is sit and think about it. Have a few beers. A solution will come to you. And if it doesn't come to you, send me your problem. I'll be glad to sit around and drink beer about it and see if I can think of you a solution. So anyway, until next time, y'all take care and have a great day, my friends.